North Korea is preparing to significantly expand its military involvement in support of Russia's war in Ukraine by sending both heavy armored equipment and combat personnel, according to Ukrainian intelligence. The move, if confirmed, would mark an unprecedented step in Pyongyang's alignment with Moscow, bringing North Korean armored formations directly into an active European conflict zone for the first time. The information comes from Lieutenant General Kirilo Budanov, chief of Ukraine's Defense Intelligence Directorate, HUR, who spoke in an interview with the Japan Times. Budanov stated that Pyongyang intends not only to dispatch engineering troops but also to deliver between 50 and 100 units of military hardware, including tanks and armored personnel carriers, along with trained crews to operate them. In mid-June, reports emerged that North Korea planned to send around 6,000 military engineers to Russia's Kursk region over the course of several months. The official explanation given for this deployment was that the troops would assist in mine clearance operations and help construct defensive fortifications in the border area. However, Budanov expressed skepticism about the idea that the entire contingent would be focused solely on these tasks. Some of them may indeed be involved in demining and building fortifications, he remarked, but will all of them be doing that? His comments strongly suggest that Ukrainian intelligence believes some of these troops may be intended for more direct combat roles on the front lines inside Ukraine. According to Budanov, North Korea's planned shipment of military hardware includes the M2010 main battle tank, also known domestically as the Cheonma-D, and Soviet-designed BTR-80 armored personnel carriers. Both vehicle types would reportedly arrive with full crews, trained and ready to take part in combat. The M2010 Cheonma-D is an 8x8 wheeled armored personnel carrier derived from the Soviet BTR-80A platform, adapted to North Korean military requirements. It has been a staple of the country's mechanized forces for over a decade, combining mobility with a turret-mounted autocannon for infantry support. North Korea has also modernized its tank fleet in recent years. In 2020, it unveiled a new main battle tank design, initially referred to in the West as the M2020. More recently, an updated variant, informally designated M2024, was showcased during military exercises earlier this year. In North Korea, this tank is officially named the Cheonma-2. The new models are believed to incorporate improved armor, upgraded fire control systems, and design influences drawn from both Russian and Chinese armored warfare developments. For North Korea, involvement in the Ukraine conflict provides a unique and rare opportunity to gain direct battlefield experience in high-intensity, large-scale warfare. As Budanov pointed out, only a handful of nations currently possess active experience in fighting along a broad front using the full spectrum of modern military capabilities. At present, he noted, there are only 3 countries in the world with experience in conducting modern warfare along a very wide front line using nearly all available means: Ukraine, Russia, and North Korea. Such experience could have significant long-term implications for Pyongyang's military capabilities. North Korean forces have not fought in a major overseas conflict in decades, and lessons learned from operating in Ukraine's contested battlefields, whether in logistics, combined arms coordination, or direct armored engagements, could be fed back into its domestic military doctrine. The apparent decision to send both personnel and heavy weapons highlights the rapidly expanding defense relationship between North Korea and Russia. Over the past year, Moscow and Pyongyang have intensified their military cooperation, with North Korea already supplying Russia with artillery shells, rockets, and other munitions. This latest development, however, would represent a shift from indirect support to direct participation, with North Korean units potentially fighting alongside Russian forces in Ukrainian territory. For Ukraine, the arrival of foreign combat units equipped with armored vehicles poses new tactical challenges. North Korean armor, while not as advanced as Russia's most modern platforms, still represents an increase in manpower, firepower, and battlefield mobility. Their deployment could allow Russian forces to reinforce certain sectors of the front, potentially freeing up more experienced Russian units for offensive operations elsewhere. Beyond the battlefield, North Korea's growing military role in the Ukraine war underscores a shifting geopolitical landscape. For Moscow, Pyongyang offers a willing partner unconstrained by Western sanctions and ready to supply both manpower and equipment. For Pyongyang, the war provides a rare chance to cement its strategic partnership with a major power, demonstrate loyalty to a key ally, and collect valuable military experience without directly risking its own territory. If the reports prove accurate, this deployment could mark the most substantial foreign military contribution to Russia's campaign in Ukraine since the war began. It would also be the first time in modern history that North Korean armored units have been involved in combat operations outside the Korean peninsula, a symbolic and strategic milestone in the country's military history. As the war in Ukraine grinds on into its third year, the introduction of new foreign forces into the conflict highlights how it continues to evolve into a wider international confrontation, drawing in actors from far beyond Europe's borders.